Welcome back. Today is Juneteenth. It's an event that has been celebrated by African Americans in the U.S. for more than 150 years. But awareness of this holiday is now growing as millions rise up against anti-black racism. To explain the significance behind this historic day, we're joined by Irene Moore Davis. She is the president of the Essex County Black Historical Research Society. Good morning to you, Irene.
Good morning.
So I think a lot of people, for many Canadians, Juneteenth, at least the term Juneteenth, may be new. So let's backtrack a little bit and talk about its roots.
So June 19th, 1865 was the date that the Union Army arrived in Galveston, Texas, and actually explained to the people there that they were free. Lincoln had actually written or enacted the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, but for a variety of reasons, enslaved people in Texas did not find out about their freedom until 1865, June 19th. So that obviously was a moment of great jubilation and celebration, and it became known as June 19th, which was shortened to Juneteenth. It became something that African Americans celebrated in Texas and then later throughout the American South. And then as African Americans began to shift further north through the Great Migration, it became part of celebrations in many communities in the northern United States as well. So it's considered kind of America's second Independence Day or Freedom Day, and it's something that African Americans.
Yes, I think a lot of people, there's so much more awareness. Considering the events that have been happening over the last few weeks with George Floyd and people wanting to learn more. On this side of the border, we know that there is going to be a sit-in, there's going to be a rally here in Toronto. And a lot of states this is not necessarily a statutory holiday, but some states are making it a paid holiday, and a lot of companies are jumping on board as well. Can you give some commentary on that and why it's so significant for these companies and an acknowledgement of this?
Yeah, I mean, Juneteenth has been acknowledged as a holiday in 47 states previously, but there are 4 states that actually have made it a paid holiday for state employees. And what's really great lately is that a number of companies have jumped on board: Target, Best Buy, Lyft, the New York Times, the NFL, many others, Ben & Jerry's, and they're recognizing the importance of giving their employees the day off, often with the recommendation that they participate in protests or peaceful rallies or whatever they can do to move the agenda of Black lives forward. And that's really great to see.
Irene, do you think that there should be more education? There's been a lot of talk about more education in our curriculum about Black history. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I think that's essential. I mean, many of the issues that we're still confronting as people of African descent relate to a lack of education and to the pervasive stereotypes that have remained from the period of slavery that continue to make others see people of African descent as inferior or as inherently more dangerous or more likely to commit crimes. And this results in a great deal of unsafe situations for people of African descent when they're simply driving, walking, or whatever they're doing. So we do need to have a better sense of the history of slavery, its aftermath, its continuing implications, and also of the great accomplishments and contributions of people of African descent.
Absolutely. Irene, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.